Hello. Today we are going to talk about old and new. Which holiday would you prefer from our book Left Off? Read and remember. Let's read these points and remember them so we can answer the questions. Lena prefers tea to coffee means Lena always likes tea more than coffee. Okay, so when we are saying prefers tea to coffee, that means she likes the tea more than the coffee. With prefer, we can add verb with ing. For example, I prefer drinking tea to drinking coffee. See, so the verb here is with an ing. Lena would prefer juice to water means Lena choose juice this time, not water. Another time in the future, Lena may choose water, not juice. Okay, so if you are using would prefer, that means only for this time. Okay, so like for example here, would prefer juice to water. She just for this time prefer juice. But it doesn't mean that she doesn't like water, no. But in another time, maybe she will like the water more than the juice, okay? With would prefer, we add to plus the verb. For example, I would prefer to have juice and not water. Okay, so we add to then the verb. Let's complete the sentences with prefer or would prefer. For example, number one, Ali and Umar prefer watching TV to playing football. See, we use ing here, then to playing football. So watching and playing are the verbs. We put them with ing. Number two, Julia and Dalal prefer cooking to washing up. Three, we always go to the park after school. Today, I would prefer to the supermarket. Okay, so here, so they are always go to the park, but for today, they would prefer to the supermarket, not to the park. Four, the weather is nice this afternoon. I think I would prefer to walk home. Five, do you prefer spending the summer in Saudi Arabia or going to Egypt? Okay, so remember to put ing with prefer, and would prefer means that for this time only, not all the time. Jamal and Nadia compare holidays. Tick more, less, or same in the table, okay? So this is Jamal's holiday. Then we have Nadia's holiday. Let's listen to answer the schedules.
Jamal and Nadia compare holidays. Tick more, less, or same in the table. 1.
What was your holiday like, Jamal?
It was great. My brother and I went mountain climbing in Germany.
Where did you stay?
In youth hostels. They were comfortable. But my sister Nadia went to Japan and stayed in a hotel. I think the hostel was less comfortable than Nadia's hotel.
Was your holiday educational?
Yes, very. I learned a lot about climbing and met people from other countries. Nadia thinks her holiday was also educational. We both learned a lot.
But your holiday was more energetic than Nadia's, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. We went mountain climbing every day.
Did you think your holiday was expensive?
Well, it wasn't cheap. However, it wasn't as expensive as Nadia's. My holiday was less expensive than hers.
Okay, thanks for talking to me.
2.
Please tell me about your holiday, Nadia.
Of course. I went to Japan with my mother. We studied Japanese culture.
Were you comfortable in Japan?
Yes, Japan is a modern country and we stayed in a nice hotel. I think I was more comfortable than Jamal. He was in a youth hostel.
And did you take a lot of exercise?
Not really. We studied in the hotel most of the time, so I was less energetic than Jamal. He went climbing every day.
But did you think your holiday was educational? Did you learn a lot?
Yes, I did, and so did Jamal. I think my holiday was as educational as his.
And was Jamal's holiday as expensive as your holiday?
No, it wasn't. Japan is an expensive place. My holiday was more expensive than Jamal's.
Okay, so let's answer. Comfortable is less for Jamal's holiday. Educational, they are the same. It's more. Expensive is less. Comfortable is more comfortable. The same in educational. Energetic is less. And expensive is more. Make sentences with as adjective, as or not as adjective as. Okay, so we have as adjective as or not as adjective as. Okay, so according to the sentences here, for example, number one, Nadia's holiday be as educational Jamal's holiday. So Nadia's holiday was as educational as Jamal's holiday. So the point here, if the sentence is positive, just put as with the adjective, then as. Okay. Number two, Nadia's holiday was not or wasn't as energetic as Jamal's holiday. So this is a negative one. Okay, so we start with the subject, then the adjective between as and as. Three, Jamal's holiday wasn't or was not as expensive as Nadia's holiday. So if we are saying this, that means the subject here, Jamal's, is more expensive than, that means it's less expensive than Nadia's, the object. Okay, so if we start like this is in negative way, but if it is in positive way, like number one here, Nadia's holiday was as educational as Jamal's holiday, that means they are in the same position. But if we put it in negative way, that means the subject here is less. Okay, so for today we learned about using as adjective as, using would prefer, and comparing experience. Thank you for listening.